this video, I'm going to be taking you step by step on how to build a completely automated dividend stock watch list. You can see a lot of the metrics we're tracking right here. We're taking things like the name, price, we have a trend line, we have some days change data, a 12-month return, we have dividend data including a payout ratio and the stock's industry, and then we're including a target buy price, which will then give us a signal. And like I said, this is completely automated, so you can see, let's say instead of AT&T, we wanted to look at EPD. I would just type in the stock ticker and hit enter, and you can see all of this data is going to automatically load in. And we can simply set a target buy price. Let's say we wanted to buy this stock at $20 per share and hit enter. You can see based off of this, it's not currently a buy, but if that price did go below our current target buy price, then it would become a signal to buy the stock. So let's say we plug in $26 per share for our target buy. Then we have the signal to buy. So this is a really cool tool. It's a really great project for you to learn Google Sheets in. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If you'd like to be able to download the spreadsheet, you can head over to my Patreon page at the link in the description. Okay, so the very first thing that we need to do to start our dividend stock watch list is we're gonna go ahead and come right here. Let's just go ahead and give this Google Sheet a title. And I'm just gonna type out dividend stock watch list right here. And we'll come down here into our sheet now. And the first thing we want to see is our stock ticker. So go ahead and list whatever you want right here. I'm going to go ahead and put ticker. And let's just go ahead and put Apple's stock ticker here for our example data. And the next thing that we're going to want to see is the name of the company. And to get this, we're going to use the Google Finance function you can see right here. I'll click here. If we come over here and click on Apple stock ticker, add a comma, then in quotations, type out name, close those quotations. Let's see if I can type this out right. And I'll hit enter, and you can see we now have Apple's name. If I were to come over here and change the stock ticker, you can see we now have an interactive formula right there. It's going to adjust based off of what ticker we place right here. And that's how we want the whole spreadsheet to be. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward. And the next thing that we are going to want to see is our price. Again, we'll use the Google Finance function for that. So I'll come over here, and you can see we now have our stock price listed for Apple. Now, the next thing that we are going to want to see is going to be our 365-day change trend line. And this is a little bit of a more advanced formula, but it's not too bad. I'll go ahead and post this one in the description down below if you struggle with it, but you can see I'm going to use a SPARKLINE formula right here. And then we're going to type out Google Finance again. And we will come over here and click on Apple. And we're going to type out price. Let's see if I can get this typed correctly. And then we're going to add a comma, and then we're going to type out today, open parentheses, minus 364 to get the price a year ago, and then we're going to come all the way back to today. And you can see the formula right there. Again, I'll post this in the description. But once I plug this in, we have our 1-year trend line listed right here. Now that looks great. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward now. And the next thing that I want to see is my days change as a dollar amount and percentage. So for the first one, for the dollar amount, again, we'll use that Google Finance function. Come over here and click on Apple, and we're just going to type out change. And you can see here we now have our days change. So we can see how the stock traded today. Let's go ahead and do almost the same thing, but we want to see it as a percentage this time. So we'll list that up here. Come down here, type out an equal sign, Google Finance, come over here and select Apple. And we're going to type out change PCT for percentage, and we'll close this off and then divide by 100. And we'll come over here and click on percentage. And now we can see our days change as a percentage. And the next thing we want to do is our 12-month return. This is definitely one of the more complicated formulas. I'm going to post this one in the description. I'm just going to paste in this formula so you can see it right here. So you can see again, we are using Google Finance to pull some of this data. We're taking some date values, but essentially this formula right here is going to get us our 12-month return, and we can put it as a percentage. Again, I'll have that formula posted down in the description. So let's go ahead and move on to our next one. And now we're ready to start bringing in dividend data. And so to pull this in, we are actually going to web scrape this data from a website called Finviz. This is a website that has a lot of good financial data. So if I jump over here, you can see we're looking at Apple currently on Finviz. I'll scroll down, and if I right here, you can see it has the amount that Apple pays out in dividends listed. So we want to web scrape that data into our spreadsheet. So if I jump back over to the spreadsheet, I'm I'm going to go ahead and paste the formula that I used to do this right here. You can see what it is. This is a formula I've been using for quite some time. It works very well. When I hit enter, we can see we have the dividend listed right there. If we jump back over to Finviz to confirm it's working, we can see that that dividend is showing up correctly. So now we've brought in the amount they pay out in dividends, and because of this, we can get their dividend yield with a simple formula. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to come over here and type equals. We'll take that dividend payout and divide by the current share price for the company, and that's going to give us the dividend yield. Again, we'll make that a percentage. So now I've got a lot of great data, but there is something else I want to pull in dividend related, and that is the payout ratio. And again, the payout ratio is also listed on finviz.com. This is going to be a very similar formula. So we're just going to copy this formula right here. We'll come over here and paste it into our payout ratio. And it's currently showing the dividend, but if we jump back over here, we can see the payout ratio is going to be listed a little bit over here to the right. So we can actually slightly adjust our formula to pull in this payout ratio right here. So let's go ahead and jump back over to our spreadsheet. And based on where that payout ratio is located, I can adjust these numbers right here and we can pull in the payout ratio. And I'll hit enter. So there's our payout ratio. We'll jump back over to confirm it's correct, and we can see that it is. So now we have a lot of really good dividend data, dividend yield, and our payout ratio as well. Now, the next thing that I do want to get is our industry. And yes, we are web scraping it, but it's going to actually be a couple of different steps we need to take to pull in industry. This is a new method I've been using lately. But again, we're going to put in our Finviz formula right here. You can see I've copied a new formula and put this in. But essentially what this is going to do is you can see it's listing a few different things for Apple right here, but we only want to pull in the technology part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a formula right here that will list all of that data. So you can see I'm using the left function. We are clicking on our web scraped data right here. And again, I'll be sure to put these formulas in the description. But essentially what we're doing is we're also using this search function, and we're going to pull in the first part of our web scrape data. And so you can see I have it now. So if we come here, we'll go ahead and drag this formula down, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hide this, what we just web scraped, so it doesn't show up on our spreadsheet. But now you can see we have Apple's industry listed in our spreadsheet. So that's a new way that I've been pulling in industry. It's been working very well so far. And now the final things that we want is our target buy price and our buy signal. So our target buy price is going to be whatever we want it to be. This is just where you list your price that you'd be interested in buying the company at. But you can see up to this point, it looks like all of our data is correctly working. I just changed it. We can see it's working. So let's go ahead and list out a target buy price for Microsoft. This is just example data again. So let's say this is my target buy. Based off of this, we can make our stock signal. I'll come over here and select the, let's go ahead and fix this. I'll select my price and I'll say, if the current price is less than my target buy, then we want it to say buy. And if not, we can just say, let's just put a dash there. And so now this formula is going to give us a signal based on the current price and our target buy price. So let's go ahead and do some formatting here. We're almost to the end. Let's go ahead and fix this. We'll go ahead and manually adjust some of these columns here. And we will line everything up right there. Let's see if we can drag this one out a little bit as well. So again, mess with the formatting to put it in a way that you like it. You can see I'm just kind of sizing everything into a format that I like. Now let's just go ahead and list some more example data here so that we can see how the spreadsheet will look with more data. And what we can do is we can just highlight all these formulas that we've just used. Let's go ahead and highlight everything. And I will drag this down. And you can see once I do that, all this data automatically loads in. This is one of the reasons Google Sheets is such a powerful tool for tracking investments and creating watch lists such as this. And now we have all of this data. I can just simply adjust my target buy price for each of these companies. And we have our signal. We have all this data, dividend data. We have daily trading metrics, our 1-year trend line. You can see why I love Google Sheets so much. So let's go ahead and put just a few more companies here to start finalizing our spreadsheet. And again, I'm just gonna highlight all of this, and we will drag this formula down. And we will adjust our target buy prices. And again, these aren't my actual target buys, I'm just listing example data here. But okay, so now that we have all of this data, let's go ahead and just do a little bit more formatting. What we can do is if we highlight everything right here, let's go ahead and highlight the entire spreadsheet. We will scroll back up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here and click on Format. Come down here, we'll go alternating colors, pick a color that you like. I'm gonna go with green right here. We'll click on Done. So this just makes everything stand out a little bit more. It makes it easier to see the individual stocks and their metrics as well. And the very last thing that I would say we should do is we should come over here to the target buy. Let's go ahead and highlight this, and we're gonna make this text blue, and all that's gonna do is indicate to us that this is data that we should manually input. Everything else is automatically tracked. So let's go ahead and test it out one more time. Instead of JP Morgan, let's say that we wanna look at AT&T. We'll type in the stock ticker and hit enter. We can see all of this data has loaded in. We'll set our target buy price to $16 per share and hit enter, and we can see based upon that, it is giving us the correct signal. So there you go, that is how you build a dividend stock watch list in Google Sheets. Again, some of the more complicated formulas will be posted in the description down below. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below as well. If you'd like to be able to download the spreadsheet for your own use, then you can head over to my Patreon page at the link in the description. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.